Well, and going back to Cleveland, obviously they blow the lead, terrible down the stretch, and it comes down to the ball's in Jayson Tatum's hands. Okay, MVP candidate, deliver, and he jacks up a crap shot. Just a ugly, contested, soft fadeaway. Kicked his leg out.
He kicked his leg out to get a foul, which he got for about 2 minutes, and they
Yeah,
overturned it.
got it until they looked at the review. They're like, "Oh, yeah, that was awful." And he got hammered pretty hard, not by the defender, by media, fans, et cetera, et cetera. There was a whole lot of spotlight on Jayson Tatum's clutch woes, and I mean those numbers are not pretty. Like he's literally among stars, one of, if not the worst clutch player in the league this season. I wonder if all that had any kind of carryover going into this game, because this is like it's very shocking to see a superstar come up this small in a game like this.
Yeah, he was probably, just about everybody else on the Celtics of their rotation. Maybe not Al Horford, but Horford,
Yeah.
had a big task. But the rest of the Celtics players of their core group could look at you and say they really laid it on the line. They didn't have a great shooting night. Porzingis missed 14 shots, but he played a very active game. Um, but Tatum really his last 5 quarters are rough.
Mhm.
It's a rough that fourth quarter in Cleveland, and then this game here. Considering everything, it's a rough one. And he got the shot, and what I mean, he's probably 45-50% on a wide open look in the corner. He missed it, whatever. But on the heels of the way he played in the game, it was hard to see because he was open by 12 feet, if
Uh,
maybe if not more.
It's just an exclamation point on a really rough couple of games, really, for him, or at least close to one game and then come back and this next game. And look, it's I'm not saying Jayson Tatum can't lead the Celtics or be the best player on a Celtics championship team. Wendy, you talked about you called it a checkered playoff history, which I think that's fair. Like you look at the overall body of work and not nearly as
I mean,
efficient as what.
Jalen Brown has a checkered playoff history. He's had some moments where it's really hard to defend him, but you
Yeah,
never you never get the impression that Jalen is being meek. You
right.
know, yeah.
But at the same time, in fairness to Tatum, I want to point out that checkered playoff history includes a 46-point
Yeah.
performance in Milwaukee in a winner go home game 6. It includes a
Yep.
51-point performance to beat the 76ers in the game 7 last year. So we have seen this guy rise to some, pretty massive occasions. But man, tough couple of nights for him this week.
Look, you said it best before. There's levels of these things, right? Jayson Tatum's a fantastic player. He's one of the 10 best players on the planet. He's not one of the 5 best players on the planet, in my opinion. And whether you want to debate whether he's fifth, or he's not at number 1, which is where the guy they played against today
Yeah,
is.
no
Because
doubt.
that guy is at the top of the mountain, as you said, is the reigning finals MVP, 2-time MVP, maybe a 3-time MVP in a month. And as you said, you get in the final 5 minutes of a close game, and you have the Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic pick and roll, and you have the Celtics offense, you're taking the Jokic Murray pick and roll. You're taking it every time. And that's the thing that the Celtics are going to have to overcome if they are going to win a championship, because they have, as you said earlier, their statistical resume is unbelievable. They're one of the best teams of all time in all these various categories. They have an incredibly versatile roster. All these switchable players can do all this different kinds of stuff. They've got 8 elite shooters in their rotation, all guys you have to worry about. Like, they've got a fantastic team, but they don't have that true blue MVP, top 3, top 5 player on their team that you typically see championship teams have. And when the Celtics played in the NBA Finals against Steph was better than Tatum. Was a big part of why Golden State won. And in these 2 games, again, it's just a reminder that if this is the matchup in June, that's a hill the Celtics are going to have to climb. And maybe Jayson Tatum does climb it. Maybe they win. Maybe he outplays Jokic. Maybe he ascends. He's certainly got all the ability to do anything on the court. But as we sit here right now, if these teams play in the finals, I'm picking Denver to win because, again, these teams are very similar. And if it comes down to it, if they're similar, you're taking the better player at the end of the day. And Jokic is going to win that every time.
Because the other thing the Celtics don't have is anybody who can handle Joker. And that's
Nobody
with all
does.
due respect to Porzingis, who obviously has had a great defensive year. Porzingis can't stop Joker. Anthony Davis can't stop Joker. There's nobody on earth who can stop this.
We haven't found the person yet. Right.
Right.
Jimmy with the heat, I'm on fire. It's NBA,